Very interesting. Wow. Huh. Very, very interesting. Wow. Hello, Doxy. Hello, Doxy. We're here a little early. Just ready to go. I am ready to go. Jackie, good morning. Happy Saturday morning. How's everybody doing this morning, huh? It's even autographed. It's even autographed. Look at that. Pennies on the tracks. Yeah. Anyway, so how's everybody doing this morning? Brad, you don't watch I didn't watch your race. No, I'm just not into NASCAR. I don't know. I'm not a NASCAR person. I don't care. No fear to trek. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm doing okay. I don't know. I got a sub yesterday. You know, my diet is pretty much pizza, hamburgers, usually veggie burgers, subs, and burritos. Pizza, veggie burgers, subs, burritos. That's pretty much all I ever eat. Anyway, I got a sub yesterday that had this hot sauce on it. I was kind of skeptical about it, but I ate it anyway, and it did taste pretty good. But then about 3 a.m, I'm getting the tummy, run to the bathroom tummy stuff. So I still got a little bit of that going on this morning. My tummy's kind of gurgling a lot, but I don't know. I find the older I get, the less down here can tolerate. Up here's pretty good, and up here is pretty good. But then once it gets down here, especially hot stuff. That is why I will not be eating this. Does somebody want this? Somebody want to take the one chip challenge? I forget who said that to me. Somebody sent me this a couple weeks ago, and I am not, in no way in holy heck am I going to do this. But anyway, we could do not eat this if you're sensitive to spicy foods or allergic to peppers. I'm not pregnant. I don't have any knowable medical conditions. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. I'm not going to touch my sensitive areas. Seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea. I guess a little bit of nausea with this is okay. Man. Well, I am busy. Busy week at work, Jackie. Nice to see you here. Antoinette, a beautiful day in Arkansas. Yeah, we kind of back to summery weather here in Western North Carolina yesterday. It almost felt like maybe August, Humidity level up, some of the thunder. We didn't get any thunderstorms, but you could see some of those thunderheads popping up along the mountains. But I want it to rain. I'd like to get a little rain because one of the problems when you have to park outside certain times of the year is that some trees are sap drippers. Do you ever park under a sap dripper? Anyway, some of these they're beautiful trees in our parking lot, but some of them I've noticed it during the summer, but for some reason now they're just one tree just covers your car with like syrup. It's just all over the car. Did you check out Rosie? Get her phone slapped. I did, Brad. I did see Rosie's video there where she was walking around and somebody tried to steal her phone, right? I don't know, man. Odd 17B, good morning. All right, yeah, the big election's coming up. Yeah. We don't want to talk politics here. If I do, I don't really talk politics, but if I even bring it up, people are yelling and screaming, no, we don't want politics on your channel. Lock and loaded in St. Louis. Who will stop the rain? Hey, Mr. Muskie, 1963. B. Tiller. What's up, Dave? Yeah, no politics. No, we're not doing any politics. we're just kind of, if you like the channel, if you enjoy my content, you can help me out a little bit, if you want. But I'm not going to mention anything more about that. I just, it's a little subliminal shirt here. Light red or blue, what's the difference? Hello, David, was 75. Yeah, 75 degrees up there in New York State. Hello, Frank. Yeah, we were up in the low 80s yesterday, and we had humidity too. B. Tiller, I'm curious, what would you think of Heidi and NF, huh? Nah. I don't know. I've always enjoyed RV Homesteader. I remember back when she first started her channel. I've always enjoyed her channel. I don't know. She's a very oddly compelling person. Maybe her and Dave 2D. What do you think about that? I think that might be a little better. We should do that. That's maybe a good topic for today. Most interesting nomadic pairings. Okay, we all know about Line Screw One Andy. Paired up with Carolyn's RV Life. I really think they should at least have a date, a dinner date or something, and get to meet each other. I don't know if Andy and Carolyn have ever met, but it would be kind of interesting to do that. See, have the cameras there, and he could, he's a gentleman, right? He's kind of an old-fashioned gentleman. He'd take her out to dinner, and they could talk, and, I don't know, maybe they might find they like each other better now that they've met. I don't know. Sheldon's Life is doing the beet harvest. Is he still? I think they're done with that, aren't they? I don't think they're, Adventure Van Man Brian did that, and they pretty much finished with it, I think. Yeah, Line Screw One and Carolyn's RV Life need to meet up. Politicians work together for 45 years. No deceptions going on there. Doxinators in the house. Yeah, the beet harvest there. Brian said the beet harvest actually was very short this year. They did all their work real fast, and it was all, but so yeah, I would think so. RS. Watch yourself, RS. RS. Anyway, yes, I am the Camo Army. I do appreciate it. You guys out there are doing great. I get emails all the time on my CamoDavidGMX.com email. Folks are sending me lots of cool things about the nomads, behind the scenes stuff from their other channels and sometimes Facebook. So I'm really enjoying that. You're sending me some good newsy things like lots of RV fires. I don't know. We get to see a lot of RV fires. Wait. Oh, a beet harvest. They're doing what? Second one in Michigan, right? Why is he so obsessed with her? Yeah, I don't know, Odd 17B. It was kind of funny to start out with that first couple dozen videos he did about her. It's going into the third year now, and I'm just thinking, okay, we know Line Screw One doesn't particularly like Carolyn's RV Life for a number of reasons. We know that. They have to keep repeating it, I do like Rosie. And Rosie is a nice person, Brad. Yes, I find her, she's intelligent. She's, hey, Ether Bunny. Good morning, Mr. Ether Bunny. So anyway, Ray Roman. He's what's the channel name? Oh, wait, I made this shout out video for you. Oh, okay. Van Life Rocks. Ray Roman, Van Life Rocks. He's in a van out in California, and he said he's going to make me a shout out video today sometime around, it'll debut about 5:40. So we'll have to cover that. Oh, sorry, Rod. No BB. Is that Rod? I don't know. That could be anybody. Empire of Dirt. How you doing? Do you see what I see? Anyway, Ronnie, happy SaturDAVE to you too. Yeah, Sandy, he does get views on it. Every time he does a video, we can't see that. every time he does a video about Carolyn's RV life, he gets us, decent amount of views. Rosie and Eric. Nah, no. Although, Rosie and Elvis, no. Rosie and Dustin, no. Rosie does. She's one of the IRL people. She puts a lot of live streams up and stuff like that. And she doesn't. She's not sitting there like me, send me money, support my channel. Brad. Yeah, Brad, I am. I announced that a couple days ago. They're not getting permanently. It's hard to describe. I still have them all. I've got a whole bunch of these thingies. Okay, 2 and 3 terabyte these thingies, and I got some cloud services and all this other stuff. So the videos are not getting erased completely, but I find that it's impossible for me to keep track of everything. When you have, if I'm doing 2 videos a day on average, sometimes 3 times 365, that's like 700 videos. Thank you. Brad. Thank you, Brad. Good luck now. You will have good luck. Everybody that makes a donation will get good. Oh, which Brad is that? I don't know which Brad that is. Thank you, Brad. Everybody that makes a donation will have good luck. Crotchy will say a prayer for you. Okay. Thank you, Brad. No, if I do 2 videos a day and it's 365 days a year, that's over 700 videos a year. And then I have like 3 or 4 years worth of that. That's a lot of videos and that's a lot of comments. And it's gotten to the point now where I just can't keep control of it all. It's too much. It's just, there's no way I can keep track of all the comments. I can keep track of all what was said in all the videos. It's just too much. And I feel like, when I feel uncomfortable that I got so much content out there. Now, my content isn't like Adam the Woos. Adam has videos he did 3 years ago that are still getting hundreds, thousands of videos, on a monthly basis. My videos don't do that. I'm doing these newsworthy things that keep your Vegas vids. I do. The Vegas vids are on my Dave Hughes channel. All those videos I did about my North Carolina Odyssey, my trips with Stormy, the Vegas video, the Orlando stuff, that's all on my Dave Hughes channel. It's all still there. So subscribe to my other channel. You just go to YouTube / Dave Hughes, or just go on my channel. Go on my Camo Dave channel, look at the main page, and then you'll see my link to my Dave Hughes channel. Go there and subscribe to me. You got about 4,000 subs over there. And that's all that stuff. All my mukbangs, all that crazy stuff. So that's all there. You don't beg for money, you accept tips. You aren't shilling for a new set of tires every few months. That's right. That's right. Ether Bunny, you're putting out a lot more videos than you did a couple years ago. That is also true, Ether Bunny. So most of my videos, all my videos, get watched 2 or 3 days and then they just fall off. And that's totally explainable because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing news, okay? Do you want to watch the ABC Evening News from last Thursday? No, you want to watch it today, or a week ago. Oh, let's watch let's watch a tape of Fox News from September 23rd. Who does that? Nobody does that. So anyway, don't do a Jeffrey Toobin and keep your camera above your waist on the live stream. Anybody see that Borat thing with good old Rudolph Giuliani? Now that was funny. I'm not going to get into politics, but that's Trump's lawyer, Mr. Giuliani. Used to be the mayor of New York. What has happened to him? That was funny. Oh gosh, I'm just tucking in my shirt, and oh man. You said the night wine to the little lamb. Michigander man, how you doing? I've been very busy on my channel making content, doing some awesome stuff. Just filmed an abandoned hospital. Okay, very good, very good. Hey, Brian, hello from the Bronx. How are you doing this morning? Gotta love the idiots that drive around wearing a mask alone, Mr. Muskie. You know, I've actually done that. I have my camo mask, which is very, very comfortable. And I've done that a couple times where I just forget I have it on, and I'll get in the car and just drive around, but yeah, I've done that. People just are getting used to wearing them, and they get a comfortable one that, they just don't even notice anymore. Are you still thinking about a van? It's a great idea. Are you thinking of temporary travel or living on the road? Odds seem to be definitely not living on the road. I have no desire to do that. Who knows what situations may happen in the future, and maybe you're forced to do that. But I love this apartment. I love having a regular mailing address. I don't have to, use a friend's address to get all my tax stuff at. I like having an apartment, and I love this apartment, and this little town of Morganton is such a cool town. I love it here. But I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to get a van, but it's certainly in my planning for 2021. I do want to get, once this pandemic thingy calms down, and I hope we don't have another wave of it this winter, and who knows, but I do want to get on the road and do some traveling, especially around this part of the country. I'm probably not going to be driving out to Utah or, Nevada or something, but I would be doing some driving around the Southeast, the East Coast, the Mid-Atlantic, up and down the coast, stuff like that. Yes, I definitely do believe in science, David A. I am a 100% scientific person, yes. But again, science is like everything else. You can interpret it in a gazillion different ways, okay? It's like history. History, that, they had a battle here and so many people died and it was fought for this and that, but then interpret what the meaning of that battle was. Everybody can interpret it. Science is the same way. We know that this does this and X plus Y equals C and whatever, but what does it mean? What is the implication of it for humanity, You'll make if you win on November 8th, you'll make a double-digit super chat. Oh, like what, 89 cents? Oh, Mr. Muskie said it was 85 yesterday. Where are you, Mr. Muskie? Lance from Canada. Oh, hi, Lance. How's your, you wearing the Blockbuster shirt? Greetings from the great land down under. Brisbane. Hey, Free to Travel. Nice to see you here. We have a do we have a Golden Corral? We might. What is that? Do we have a Golden Corral here? I honestly think we do. Let me just Google that. I thought we did. Yeah, we got one. It's a 685 West Fleming Drive, Morganton. Yeah, I've seen it. I've driven by the Applebee's. We have a Golden Corral. I don't know if it's open. Some of the restaurants have been closed for the pandemic and are just doing takeout, but we do have one. Yeah. It's a family-friendly buffet chain featuring all-you-can-eat fare plus salads and dessert bars. Yeah. There's one in town. Morganton's an interesting little town. We have a Target, we have an Aldi. We got like 4 or 5 Food Lions. We got most of the stuff here. We're getting an Ollie's. Ollie's outlet is opening up the day after Election Day, which I'm really looking forward to because I love to go to Ollie's. But we do not have a Best Buy and a Target. Best Buy and Target we do not have here. We have to drive about 20 miles to the east to Hickory to go to the Best Buy or Target. But we do have a Staples or Walmart and all that. But I'm not a real big Target person. So, and I like Best Buy. I do like Best Buy. It'd be nice if we had one a little closer. But, you got to make that trip. It's about 35 minutes, Betty Smith. Betty. You need to email me your phone number. Okay, I'd love to chat with you sometime because you send me so many cool cards, and I would love to just once in a while give you a call or something, or call me up or something on the hotline 571-419-0463. Give me your phone number or something. JR, $20. Thank you, Mr. Rockford. Mr. Rockford. I want to address one of the things Mr. Rockford mentioned. Sometimes when you post a comment in my comments, you don't see it immediately, okay? It doesn't mean you're blocked. Wow, Brenda Stewart 14. Thank you, Brenda. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you. And thank you, Rockford. And thank you, Brad. So sometimes you post a comment. Hey, Sober are leaving. Nice to see you here. Sober RVing. Sunny Naples, Florida. Oh, my dad loved the west coast of Florida. That was it. He never lived to he never lived past late 50s, but I'm pretty sure if he had lived a little longer, he probably would have retired somewhere on the west coast of Florida. He loved the Naples area, Marco Island, Naples, Fort Myers. Yeah, he loved that area. My little town just got a Harbor Freight. We do have a Harbor Freight here. Yes, we got a Rural King. We got a Tractor Supply. There used to be a Piggly Wiggly here. They closed it. You know what's funny? There's what do they call it? Restore, one of those RE stores that they run where they have, like furniture and stuff that's recycled. A Restore. You go in the store, and it used to be a grocery store because you can still see on the walls some of the old like shadowy signish stuff. And I think it used to be a Piggly Wiggly because you can kind of see like Piggly Wiggly like signs that were painted over and now have come back through. It's kind of weird. Cookout. We don't have a cookout here. No, we do. I think we do. I know there was one in Athens. I ate there once or twice. It wasn't bad. Hi, White Horse for the apocalypse. Now listen, you rich people, weep and wail because the misery that is going to come. Nipples, Florida. That's all we need. Yeah. Well, Rural King is good too. The Rural King, you have all these like, giant jeans. I ought to get, they got like, 50 waist jeans, That's what I'm going to get my Doxinator's Christmas gift. I'm going to get my Doxinator's Christmas gift at the Rural King. KFC or Popeyes. You know what? I've never eaten. I can honestly, no, I've eaten in Popeyes once or twice. KFC. I don't know. I am not a huge like chicken place person. I don't know. I've probably eaten at KFC more than Popeyes, but I'm not one of those get me a bucket of chicken people. Like my Doxinator's like that. Get me a bucket of chicken. And then he goes, all right, Dave, go to the KFC there in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So I get in my car, little Adam, and we drive a couple miles, and the KFC is closed. They're doing a remodeling. So I say, hey, the KFC's closed. He goes, oh, there's another one on the other side of town. So I get in this heavy rush hour driving, and I drive over to the other KFC, and it's also closed because of remodeling. And then he says, well, there's another KFC like 10 miles south in some other town. I'm going, what do you bet if I get there, that'll be closed too, Popeyes, love that chicken. Yeah. Harbor Freight tools make great door stops. Your gold and silver are corroded. You're corroded. Oh, God. This year I had to learn to cook. Yeah, Bronny. Really? You had to learn to cook, huh? Wow. You sent an email a few weeks ago. Did I receive it? I might have. Camo, let's see. Let me check out. I've got my GMX punched up here. I don't remember, Brenda. I really don't. I get so many emails every day. I'll have to check. I will check on it and get back to you. I don't remember receiving it. But I'll check. I will check. What I wanted to say, and I got my Brenda. Brenda, I say I get like 100 emails a day. Sometimes I just lose track of things. Send it to me again. Resend it, okay? The richest store I ever go to for my clothes is at Walmart. I do most. I honestly just like Walmart because it's basic, it's simple. They do have I buy T-shirts. I usually get camo pants online nowadays or thrift stores. eBay. There's a certain kind of camo pants I like, and I find them on eBay. And white T-shirts you can buy anywhere. So I don't really need boots. Yeah, Walmart's got a pretty good selection of cheapo boots. Some white horse rider. Where have you been? Everything shut down. Yeah, do that, Brenda. Send it to me again. I don't know. I probably got it, but I like Target, and Target, you know what? In about 2005, 2006, 7, 8, they had some really cool camo pants. In fact, most of the camo pants that I really like these are actually Target Cargo Supply, Target camo pants that they sold. I don't know. Lately, though, there's stuff I don't particularly like as much. Dave sings, another nomad bites the dust, and another one's gone, and another one's gone. Another nomad bites the dust. I do buy used camo pants. Oh, all the time. Yeah. I go on eBay and maybe once a month or so. Sure. I don't buy used underwear, but I do buy used camo pants. Sure. So I'm pretty much a Walmart guy. Just, it's easy. They don't have to carry any gosh darn card. Oh, scan your card. No, I hate doing that. Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, I don't know where there's one. There's probably one near Charlotte, right? Those are expensive. Those Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops and stuff, and REIs. Robert Hall Husky Depth. Oh. Oh my. I don't wear underwear anyway. Well, I kind of do. It's just a thing I say. I'm Camo Dave goes commando. I like how they say that. Commando. I'm going commando. Commando. Oh, yeah, there it is. Mr. Rockford, thank you so much. I can see you now. Tell Crotchy to save the prayer for somebody who can actually be saved. And since I sent you that shirt, I get 10% of the proceeds. Oh, my goodness. You want a kickback, Mr. Rockford? I know. I'll send you this. How about that? How about that? I'll get a lamination of cringy. How about that? This and that, yeah. I'll take the docs in a picture and have him autograph it and send it back to you. You know what? I have a friend in Northern Virginia named Michael, who I used to do some chats at his house. Remember, I used to go to his mansion there. Anyway, he has just discovered Svengoolie because I've been mentioning him. Camo Thong. Yes, Jano. Yeah. That's right. After the first time you wear underwear, it's already used. That's right. Black Bigot said that. He had a funny video a year or two ago where he said he actually bought used guys' underwear in one of the thrift stores, and he said he had a strange fascination with it. I don't know what that says about him. What? Camo Dave tried to kill Rockford. What? Oh, yeah, I had 17B. Yeah, Cabela's is very expensive. Somebody sent me a gift card for Cabela's, I think it was a year ago, for around Christmas time. Don't forget, Christmas is coming. And it's $100. It was very nice, and I could get like 2 pairs of pants, Mr. Muskie is not where Mr. Muskie is watching. Has anybody watching the chat completely with no clothes on? I'm just curious. I bet you there are a few people there. Where are all the Lollapalooza? They're not allowed to. No, they're not. No, Lola would get very mad if any of them show up here on the Camo Dave channel. Would you rather buy Morgan or Samantha's used underwear? I don't know. I don't want either one of their used underwears. Gringo Star. Gotta go, Michigander man. Okay, you have a good one. Don't forget, register to vote and say hi to the governor for me, okay? Say, hi, Governor. Jennifer, right? Jennifer. Hi, Jenny. Glad to see you're not, you haven't been kidnapped. Man. Betty Smith, what? Oh, Lord. Oh, Dave's birthday month. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. We do not have Shimei here today because she's been busy working. She is a very hardworking woman, and she's actually had to work Saturday mornings now. So she said she'll be here for the night show, but the morning show, she said she's busy. So yeah, well, they're having the spikes all over the place, Betty. I was just looking at the news, and Dallas Fort Worth is having a big spike of it. And I'm just concerned about all those folks at Lollapalooza there, because that's in the Dallas area there. I really hope everybody's okay. But I do worry that we see all these folks doing all these meetups in Arizona and Texas and wherever. And they had one here in North Carolina, the Mayberry thing, and people aren't taking the precautions, and there are a lot of older folks there. I'm just concerned, I really am. Free to travel, I'm wearing a smile. What do you wear? I'm wearing a smile. What are you wearing? Khakis. Like that. Khakis. Shimei, comments on your videos before. I know that, Ether Bunny. I'm like, I haven't even finished uploading, and there's already a comment there. I do love it. The video is literally up for a second. It literally just came live, and I go look at it to make sure it actually uploaded okay. And there's already like 4 dislikes. I'm like, really? A minute, and not even a minute, a second. And people just go boom, 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 boom. I know it's unibasist. I know it's you, Mr. Unibasist. You can't write things backwards and fool me, Mr. Unibasist. Let's see, who can we put? Let's see, we could have a mashup between Unibasist and City Slicker Outdoors. I think they're both in Pennsylvania. They're just building up the antibodies. Hey, Sober Nomad. Sober Nomad would never kidnap the Michigan governor for fear of having to listen to her talk all day and night. Make yourself a steak. Oh, man. Gringo Star, the governors are preparing to go underground like rats. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think some of these prepper guys are looking at the polls and getting a little nervous. That JD there, Backroads Nomad, he's really busy cutting up that firewood. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Noreen is. Sunny Girl usually doesn't show up till the afternoon ones. I don't know. And then Camp Goer 1, she's a mod these days. I don't know. Does anybody want to be modded on the spot? If you want to be modded on the spot, I could mod you. You could just do temporary. Betty, would you like to be modded today? Let me know, Betty. I could moderate Betty. You can mod you today, and you can just hang out and help us out here. Betty would be a good mod. How about it, Betty? I won't do it without your permission. I can mod you. Betty, we could mod Betty just for today, because she can be in here and help us out with Shimei gone. Mod me. All right. Bounder Backroads, I'll do that. Let me get my mousey here. Let's see. Bounder Backroads. Oh, this thing will not work. Oh, it won't work. Bounder Backroads. I'm trying to do it. It will not let me do it. Bounder Backroads, Van Life Rocks, thank you. Thank you, Wait a second. I got too many things cooking here on my. Thank you, Van Life Rocks. I do enjoy your channel. It's really a nice channel. What was his name? Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen. No, Maddie Van Halen there in Tennessee. And it told me to watch you. And Patricia, my sister's here. Oh, my God. Mod me. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Add moderator. Okay. It might take a minute or two to show up here. Okay, Betty. Yeah, okay. I went Bounder Backroads. Let me try doing Bounder Backroads. Bounder Backroads. Add moderator. It might take a minute. Sometimes it doesn't show up right away. Hey, full tiny house. Now it's back to bed. It's cold down there in Texas, huh? Wow. Yeah, Matty Van Halen. I love his channel. He got the YouTube God smiled on him the other day. He got like 500,000 views in one of his videos. I mean, man, I hope he's moderate. I hope he's monetized because that's a nice chunk of change he could be making. I don't know if his channel's monetized or not. Does anybody know? If he is monetized, he's got a nice chunk of change coming. So I don't know. We'll see if I don't know. It takes sometimes. I've noticed when I mod somebody, it can take like a couple minutes for them to actually show up. But I did mod. There she is. Doxinator. Anyway, hi, Doxinator. Jay Jana, really? Yeah, I don't know. We got to move on with the channel. We got to go start covering some other people. We had big news from Kevin today, and I really feel sorry for him. Getting somebody shooting at your vehicle while you're driving down the road is not a good thing for anybody. Ether Bunny, thank you. But we need to. I am actively working to mix some new people into the mix here. Yeah, there you go, Bounder. Yeah, you're up there. Why did Adam ask why Disney is closed? The virus, duh. Yeah, I don't know, man. You see, I don't know. Somebody was just sitting by the side of the road there aiming at vehicles. That's really strange, isn't it? I think Kevin said he did report it to the police because he needs to do that. I mean, they have had cases, I know, in like the Washington area where a bunch of kids will be standing on top of a bridge and they're throwing rocks down at the cars. And they've had people killed that way. They'll hit a car and they'll hit the windshield and the windshield suddenly shatters and then the car smashes into another car and then they have somebody that gets killed. That has happened in the Washington area. And so it's just stupid kids doing a stupid prank like that. And they don't realize how dangerous it is. Janice Lala, good morning. I don't know. Janice, he just turns the corner and there's a glass place and they ready to, you don't have to wait. We'll just do it. I don't know. I'm just glad Kevin's okay. And I'm especially glad that the dogs are okay. Okay. Those dogs are wonderful and I'd hate to see anything happen to them. You got to watch my video, Betty. 714. Anyway, thank you very much, Van Life Rocks. Give me a call on the hotline someday, Van Life Rocks, and we'll chat. I have a couple dozen people that I regularly call, and I do enjoy talking to people. Do you follow Little House Off the Grid, former Nomad? You know what? That's a good idea. So sober. I got to resubscribe to that. I unsubbed to Little House Off Grid. I unsubbed to him because he got mad. People, if they really, really, really do not want me talking about him, I will stop talking about him. And Rob there said, would you stop talking about my channel? And I said, okay. I like watching Rob, his talkie videos. He's got some good stuff. But at the same time, there's so many other people to cover. I do like covering Rob, but, if he really doesn't want me to cover him, it's okay. It happened in Raleigh, Durham, I-40 a few years ago. Woman suffered brain damage. Yeah, it's really scary, Ether Bunny. That probably happened all over the country. Kids will get on a bridge and drop things down on the cars. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It could have been someone shooting with a backstop. Yeah, Jessica, it could have been. But you wouldn't think you'd put a backstop right up against a highway like that where the bullets that go through, would... we got Doggone RVing calling. Yeah. Hey, Doggone RVing, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing a lot better than I have been lately.
That's good. So what's up?
I went in for my 2-week checkup, and the doc says I'm healing up fine, but I got 4 more weeks before I can do anything without fear of herniating any of my incisions.
Oh, okay. Well, we're all our good wishes are being sent your way, and we hope you're feeling better. And wow. I talked to some folks on my hotline. I won't mention their names because I want to out their privacy. But there's one guy who's been suffering from spinal cancer for something like 20 years, and he's just keeps trucking on, but he's had a lot of crazy crap in his life, and you wonder why some people have to face that. It's really crazy world.
Yeah, I didn't expect all this drama.
Yeah. Wow.
And they got rid of the cancer, but they kind of fried my insides with all the radiation.
Yeah. He says the same thing. He says that, the chemotherapy and the radiation have all these side effects and just makes you feel like crap. Well, listen, you take care, all right?
Okay, going to keep watching you. I just wanted to tell your viewers that a lot of people don't know what my channel's all about. If they just go to my channel and look at my 2019 review of my travels, they'll get a really good idea of what my station, or my channel, I should say, is all about, and they can make their minds up.
All right, Doggone RVN. Thank you very much for calling. You take care.
You too.
Bye. Sean Quinn. What was the fastest car when you were? I've been all VWs. I've had several rabbits, golfs. That's pretty much it. So I guess it would be a rabbit or a golf. Rosie is putting out lots of videos walking around scary places. Yes. Yeah, I like Rosie. Rosie's great. Brian Rutherford, not in Columbus, Ohio. Thank you so much. He's the Brian. I always get him mixed up with the other Brian. Thank you, Brian. The sky is falling. Send Google 30%. I like Rob, says Sober Nomad. His house is really taking shape. You're right, though. He seems a tad sensitive to criticism. Again, one of the great mysteries of this crazy coverage of these nomads and former nomads and off-gridders and whatever is how, on one hand, they put all their stuff in the public eye on YouTube, and on the other hand, they get really angry when people talk about them. You know what I'm saying? I can understand people wanting their privacy. I totally get it. You don't want all your crap to be talked about. Don't put it on YouTube. I've known certain people that I've covered for years. Everything's cool. They know that more people are talking about them, more people are watching them, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't want you covering me anymore. And I don't know. Sarah Cox. I don't know, man. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a quick story I wanted to relate to you.
Okay.
And I think everybody will appreciate it, see the sense of humor in it. I was driving my car in downtown, little town, New Mexico, where I live, and it died. She died on me. My little red rice burner died on me.
Oh no! What happened? Did you get a mechanic or what?
Well, I went into it. Was right in front of the AutoZone.
Oh, that's a good place to conk out.
That's what I thought. So I got them to put it on a charger the battery on the charger for me, and sat in the parking lot for an hour. It was pretty toasty outside.
Yeah.
Sat out in the parking lot for an hour, waiting for it to charge, and just twiddling my thumbs and playing with my phone, et cetera, et cetera. So I go back in after an hour because I see the kid that took it out leave. He never asked for my name when he took it out. He never asked for anything. He just took it out and took it in.
Wow.
I went back in for my battery, and I have to wait 5 minutes for a girl to come to a register to talk to me. And I said, I'd like to get my battery put back in my car. She goes, what do you mean? I said, well, one of your people took my battery out and was charging it. I'm getting it charged. And she said, well, what name is on it? I said, my name is Sally Cox. And so she said, okay, well, I'll go back and check. So she goes back in the back and checks. And she's gone for at least another 5 or 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then she comes back and she goes, well, I don't have any batteries with your name on them.
Oh.
And I said, well, he never asked for my name. He asked for my phone number. So she goes back in the back and checks. And checks. And checks. And then she comes up front and she goes, could you describe the battery for me?
It's a big black thing. Yeah.
That is the story. Could you describe the battery for me?
Wow. Yeah. It's kind of blocked with a bunch of little terminals on it and a label and yeah.
It looks like a car battery.
It looks like a car battery. Hey, listen, Sarah. I enjoy your story, but I got to get back to the chat here. We got a lot of people talking.
Absolutely. I just thought I'd share it with everybody.
No, that's wild. Did you get your battery? Did they ever find it?
Yes, they found it and reinstalled it. Everything.
Yay! And your car's running good?
No.
No.
That's what I was doing. No, it's going to have to get a new alternator, I think.
Oh yeah! Wow. All right,
That's okay.
Sarah. Thanks for calling and good luck and happy times there in beautiful New Mexico. All right.
You're pretty. All righty.
Bye. All right. Describe your battery. Oh, man. Without a jackery, could have plugged the charger into it with a jackery, right? Oh, yeah, no fear to trek, right. Is Rosie trying to be the new bald and bankrupt? City Slicker Outdoors. Give me your address, City Slicker, and I'll dox you. No. Hey, I think you mentioned you were in Pennsylvania in one of your videos. I don't know, but I don't want to, point anybody specifically. Oh, go say hi to him. Lancashire. David had said, yeah, it's a block thingy dingy. You're Amish. Oh, you are Amish? Really? Ah. Yeah, I went to college at JMU in Harrisonburg, Virginia. We had a lot of Amish folks there. Some of them still, have the horse and buggies, and they had, it was kind of an interesting place. Bald and Bankrupt. Do you ever see Bald and Bankrupt? He's a guy named Ben. He's a bald guy, and I guess he used to be bankrupt, but now he's rolling in money. Anyway, but he does mainly Eastern European exploration. It's a wonderful channel. Joe says no fracking in Pennsylvania. I don't care. Jesus. Poor old Joe. Bald and Bankrupt is the man. Frack you. Doc Snyder's right. Frack you. Fracking causes like earthquakes, doesn't it? They suck all the junk out of the ground and then it all goes boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Odd 70B, Holly Courtier, the 38-year-old woman. Yeah, there's a lot more coming out in that story, and there's more to it than her just being missing. Yeah, and they found her a half a mile from the parking lot. Really? It just doesn't add up. Yeah. I think, there's some issues there. I don't know. I don't think it's anything illegal. I don't know. If somebody goes missing, I don't know. I can't comment on it because we don't know the real truth. Hopefully we will. Jessica. Docs, come on, man. Watching the Camo Dave live stream while naked, while living in an off-grid tiny house. You are naked, Jessica. Holy cow. We can work it out. I think what Joe was saying is that eventually we need to get to an economy where we're not dependent on oil, which is true. Not tomorrow. He said 2050. Now, who's going to care? Who's going to be around in 2050? Most of us are not going to still be here in 2050. So, everybody, one politician says one thing, and I got to panic. Can we agree? Both candidates, Mr. Trump, Mr. Biden, have said stupid things during this campaign. Okay, let's just say that. They both have. Do you ever wonder why Pippi Peterson hasn't been on YouTube lately? Gregory, John, Pippi, she was settling down doing like house flipping, wasn't she? I think that's what she said. That she was becoming like a house flipper. And then I think she did a video where she said she was going to get back on, the nomadic world, but then she didn't do it. I don't know. I think she's just changing her mind. All right, Brenda, I'll look for that later today, huh? I think I'll get lost in the woods, but I can make some money. Yeah, well, it did. I think a red flag was raised in my mind when we saw that she had set up a GoFundMe. I don't know. It just seemed a little weird. Somebody says, oh, somebody's missing, and then instantly a GoFundMe comes up. I'm not going to say any negative intentions were definitely there, but, oh, so-and-so's missing. Oh, we got to set up a GoFundMe. Yeah, that's not the first thing you think about, is it? Pippi's getting married. Okay, Doxy. There she goes. She's got a man in her life, and she's getting married. So that's good. Gringo Star. At first, I thought it was an unauthorized camping trip, and she didn't tell her family. Now, that's one of the things that did come out about it. Yeah, that she was having some sort of an issue and just got in her car and took off, right? That's what we heard in some of the reports. Pippi Biden. Pippi Trump. I don't know. A guy broke down on the Bear Trail Highway, and he died literally a block away from a restaurant. Sometimes those lost people aren't that far. Yeah, you're right, City Slicker. You're right. Oh, there was a story when I went to college, on I-81, which, is James Madison University, Harrisonburg, Virginia. There was one of the college students was coming back to school. I don't know where he was living, but he was driving down I-81, which is a 2-lane. It's a rural road, it's truck stops and stuff, but it goes through some small towns, but there's big stretches of it where it's just mountains and rivers and stuff. And this kid never made it to college. He was like, his parents said, he said goodbye to his parents, and then he never got back to college, and he just disappeared. And for like a week, nobody knew where he was. He just vanished. And it turns out that he had run off the road and gone down an embankment. And I guess the car hit something and he died, but he was way off the road. Nobody could see it. It was down an embankment, and that was that. And he was right there, right next to the road, but his car couldn't be seen. And it was really sad. It was really sad. Things like that do happen. You're enjoying an ice cold beer. Owen Ben, some man, that. Good. Are you in Europe? Maybe you're having your afternoon beer. I don't know. Are you in California with your beer with your Cheerios? I don't know. God. One does not do weed, they smoke it. You slide down those embankments, you got to be paired, to live for a week or more. That's right, City Slicker Outdoors. That was really scary. They should have had a guardrail there, I guess. Maybe they put one up later. I don't know. But yet, to think you could, I think it was like an icy morning, and he hit a patch of ice, and the car just went bloop. Before you could know it, it was down the embankment. I don't know if he was pinned in the vehicle or what. Okay, American Wanderer says 1 week to hitting the road, heading to Quartzsite. Yes, when is the mass exodus to Quartzsite going to happen? We already got Living Free Mike there. Yikes, all the cable networks are showing the president is voting. Okay, good for him. I thought he was going to mail in his ballot. Hey, James Cantonese. Nice to see you. Good morning. The lightning in Australia is crazy. All right, it's your springtime down there. So I guess everything's heating up, huh? Yeah. Can I buy some? Yes. Go buy some amazing capri pants like Elvis, right? Papa Drew's Quartzsite meetup in January. All right, that sounds good. We plan to be at the court site after the masses are gone. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to see the turnout. It's going to be interesting to see how many people go to court site this year. I don't know. Again, it depends on what the pandemic does, And they say a lot of the Canadians can't come down and do their snowbird things, so maybe that'll mean that there'll be fewer people at court site. But then again, if all the pent up, I need to travel kind of thing, maybe we'll see more people there. I don't know. We've heard from Bob that it's uncertain. Sheep RV Living Bob, uncertain if they're going to have the official RTR stuff going on this year. I think he said they're all going to do that online. Gringo Star, I'm trying to be a nomad, and it's scary because everything is shut down. Yeah. I mean, what do you do if you're like rest stops and stuff? Are they shut down too? I think truck stops are open. I don't know. If you're driving and you got to pee, and you can't go into McDonald's because they're just doing takeout, and a lot of stores like that. I guess the Walmart restrooms are open, but if there are no restrooms around, then what do you do? I guess you can pull over and find a tree. I don't know. Janice has irritable bowel syndrome. That's not a good thing to have if you're on the road a lot, That's not good. Everybody's probably had that where you go on a long drive and then you've got to all of a sudden you feel like you really got to pee, and the next exit is 20 miles away, and you're like, I don't want to pull over to the side of the road. And so I'll just going to hold it for the next 20 miles. And then you're hoping at that exit, there's going to be a McDonald's or a Burger King that you can run in the restaurant. Oh, point to my shirt. Camo diapers. You use your separating toilet while not while driving. Yeah, don't be. Is there a law against pooping and driving at the same time? Maybe Morgan should take care of that. I don't know. Morgan's got the driver's seat toilet, right? Adult diapers. It depends. Craig's dog, my dachshunder's dog, has to wear diapers. Old Champ's kind of he's getting up there in the age and he's losing control. So they got to put a diaper on his doggy. 57, no, that's not, you got the number wrong. I don't know who you're going to call, Craig. It's 419. Don't call that number. Do not call that number. Do not call that number. I don't know who, some old lady somewhere in Northern Virginia. 571-419-0463. The 9 and the 1, your dyslexia is getting you there. No international flights till the end of the year, leaving from Australia. Free to travel. Wow. Plenty of room at court site, so there's plenty of space for social distancing. Plus, there's not a lot of alternatives. Wow. Pee bags. Oh, really? They're called pee bags. Politicians have turned this COVID poop into a power grab. I don't know. Look, it's the whole world. Okay, it's not just our country. It's in the whole world. How do you it's not happening? I don't know, man. There we go. The National Enquirer hotline. Camo Dave is the TMZ. Anyway, what else do we got here? I don't know. Anybody want this? I don't know. The one chip challenge. I can't do this because, my tummy will not take it. It's hit and miss. A high school let out the other day with thousands of children not wearing masks. A few blocks away, the Walmart place has everyone wearing a mask. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that we see a lot of nomads doing these gatherings, and even though they have the option of wearing a mask and staying socially distanced, they're not doing it. So I don't know. I just, hey, it's a free country. I hope everybody's okay. You can't, run around and arrest everybody. It's a hit and miss, yeah. City Slicker. Politics. I can't get into politics. The fifth caller wins. Scamdemic. I don't know. Does that mean that all that stuff we're seeing on the evening news and on CNN and all the networks and stuff is fake? I don't know. I think one of the problems today, and it's very difficult for everybody to sort out, is that there are so many things being thrown at us. When I was a kid, there were 3 TV networks and you had a local newspaper, all right? Maybe a radio station that had newscasts. So maybe you had 5 sources of news and that was it. A newspaper, a radio station, and ABC, NBC, and CBS. And that was pretty much how you got your news. Today, there's dozens of cable news networks. There are like America One and all these other channels. There are Facebook, Twitter, all these sources of information. People, how do you know what's right or wrong? Everyone, it's this whole thing with a pandemic. It's all thrown at you, You hear immunity worked in the 60s and 70s, though we did not. I don't know. Herd immunity, but it means a lot of people have to get the V and get over it and have antibodies. And that means a lot of people have to get it, and a lot more are probably going to not have bad cases of it. So in order to get there, I don't know. Are we keeping it rolling? Yeah. Is it really, I see some of these nomads getting really upset because you got to wear a mask. Well, that's a fairly little minor thing to do, Well, according to the stats, Mr. Muskie, more people have died from this than that. I don't know. And another thing we see is a lot of these nomads are older folks, the people in their 50s, 60s, some even older than that, It's coming from the sun. It's coming from beer. Dandy Dan, you're probably very right. When you look at politicians, whether they be Democrats or Republicans, to be honest with you, most of them agree on it. Is very, very true. When you look at people on either side of the political aisle, surprisingly, they both agree on probably 80 or 90% of the stuff. It's only 10% of the stuff they disagree on. And even the stuff they agree on and disagree on, it's mainly they all agree on it, but they have different ways of handling it, Like everybody's against the high cost of healthcare. All right. That's 100% of the people would say that. But how do you do that? Do you have government-backed insurance, or do you do something with who knows, But it's just the way you handle this. Everybody agrees on the problems. How do you handle them, and that's what I like. And politics, at least, bring people together instead of taking them apart. That's all I'm saying. Muy caliente. There's a big sign at the BLM at court site divided into 3 parts. Mask wearers go left, non-mask wearers go right, test positives go straight ahead. What is straight ahead? Is that like a cliff? Is that the cliff? Ah! I don't know. City Slicker, we've seen history. We see Eastern Europe, these little dinky little countries in Eastern Europe that nobody's ever heard about. And there's like 6 different factions all killing each other. And they've been doing that for 300 years. I don't know, it's like, what was it? Bald and Bankrupt was in Azerbaijan and all those little countries over there to the northwest or northeast of Turkey. And they're like, they've been, I don't know. People look, you can't tell them apart, and they all hate each other. You drive a pickup truck. Wow. Jeez, Gringo Star, that's wild. And again, you're right. I lived through 1968. I was 10 years old in 68 and remember it, and it was a much more crazy year than 2020. I'm just saying. We've survived. And I've said that before. This country has been through so much in its, 200, 300-year history. I mean, I don't know. We're still here, right? One way or another. I'm hearing too. I watched like the all these channels where they're talking about the shifting magnetic poles, and then there'll be a solar flare, and it'll knock out the power everywhere because when the magnetic poles are shifting, as they do every so many million years, that the magnetic field goes down, and that protects us from the solar flares. So the solar flares will hit, and if they hit just at the right time, it'll knock our power out, and it will mess up all our transformers, and we'll have no power for years. I don't know, man. You can't worry about everything. You just can't. You were 5 in 1968. Yeah, I was 10. I was 1968 was a cool year. I had good music, AM radio, Star Trek. The original Star Treks were brand new. It was a good year. A lot of good culture from. I don't know. I just look back on 68 and think there's a lot of interesting movies and culture and music that came out. The Beatles were still around. What was my first vehicle growing up? My dad bought me a Toyota Corolla. I bought a Toyota Corolla, little used one, and then Dad drove it into work one day to get something fixed on it, and somebody rear-ended him, and the car got totaled. No one was hurt. And then my first real car was I had an orange VW Rabbit, which was 1975, I think. The car was 75. The year was 77 or something. You were 16 in California. Well, yeah, Southern California. That was pretty wild year for California, right? Where is my box of donuts? Dexter Sturgis. I'd have to say my favorite years as a kid was 1968 to 72. We lived in New Jersey, near Philadelphia. I had a lot of cool friends. I had a big basement in the house, and I would build these cities and all these models, and I had trains and models and sniffing the glue and all that crazy stuff. Jack picked the wrong year to stop sniffing glue. No, I mean, we were like, that was fun. I had a couple good friends. I had a friend who had a trailer. His dad had a trailer, and we'd go camping down in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. And we'd go to we were only an hour away from the beach, and we could drive down to the beach on a day and have a day trip. I liked that. Those years were really cool. There were so many good movies. 2001, Star Trek was around. I listened to Top 40 radio. There was a lot of cool music back then. I don't know. I look back on those years. I was 10, 11, 12, 13. I look back on those as probably my happiest childhood years. There were no cell phones. There was no cable TV. There was no internet. There were no VCRs. Yeah. If you missed a TV show if you missed the show, you missed it. There was no other way you could watch it. Oh, I missed an episode of Green Acres. There's no way to rewatch. You can't DVR it or 3 TV networks. Right. That's what you had. ABC. What's it? 3 channels, Down the shore, Wildwood, Ocean City, New Jersey, Cape May. It was fun. There was a couple fun years, Yeah, I don't know. We did fine without, typewriters. We had typewriters. If you needed to do research for a report, you had to go to the library. There was no such thing as Google or anything or Wikipedia. Record players. Everybody had their record players. You go by and buy a record album or 45, and Did I ever go to LBI? What's LBI? The FBI. What is LBI? I have no idea what that is. Libby. Gringo Star. No, well, you could. There were fancy TVs that did have remote controls, but they actually had like a wire that came out. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Go from channel 2 to 13. Anyway, we had one of those. My dad was one of the first people in the neighborhood to get a color TV, and we put an antenna up on the roof with a little gizmo that we could turn the antenna. And one way we could get New York stations, the other way we get Philadelphia. Oh, Long Beach Island. No, never been. I don't think I've been to Long Beach. My dad was very much South Jersey. We'd go from Atlantic City southward. We did not do the beaches up to Asbury Park and stuff like that. We didn't do that. It was Dad's universe was Atlantic City south. Had to do a paper on the weather, meant parents didn't get to watch TV then. Wow. Barnegat Lighthouse. Okay, you know, I don't think I've been to Long Beach, strangely enough. DNS Tube Audio, Massachusetts, right? Thank you. I appreciate it. Works. Oh, the works in a drawer. Yeah, remember that Motorola? They would, you know, there's works. Oh, the television sets. Good Lord. Those big round picture tubes. I mean, they pop tubes all the. You'd be watching a show, and then pop, and then smoke would come out of the back of the television, and then the picture would go blip, or do something weird. Oh my God! At least every other month, you had to call the TV repairman to come out. I mean, TV's just those big sets with the tubes in them. They were constantly blowing, blowing. We did the Pine Barrens a lot. Yes, my dad was big on the Pine Barrens, and we go there and hike a lot. But we did not do the beaches north of Atlantic City. Tubes in your, yeah, everything had tubes in it. And well, remember you had to go down to like the drugstore and test your tubes. They had the tube tester. Remember that? I remember that up through the early 70s. You go down to the drug fair, and there'd be the tube tester over in the corner, and you take your tubes, and then I don't know what it did. And then you could actually had a pile of tubes there you could buy. Oh yeah, the tubes. And then they finally got solid state televisions, and then they worked really well. You didn't, you know, they lasted for years, you know. But those tube TVs, oh my God, they were constantly popping. Yeah, Pep Boys. Oh, really? Pep Boys sold the TV. You can buy TV tubes like in the drugstores, I remember. The 5 and 10, you get your tubes. Tubes are still the best. They do have a resurrection of some of that old audio equipment. I wonder, Rosie, you know, she does rebuild and resurrect some of those old stereo systems, and I guess some of them must have tubes in them. The revolving antenna. Oh yeah. That's right. We could we could not get New York crystal clear, but we could get, you know, the signals pretty much channels 5, 7, 5. I always remember 5, 9, and 11 were the indies, and we could, you know, watch. Those are cool. WPIX, WOR, and WNEW. Yeah. The revolving antenna. Whippets. And then we had Burger Chef, not Burger King. It was Burger Chef. Your preamp is from 76. Does it still work? That's great. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I loved it. You know, go and buy your record albums. I loved having a big. It's big. With real Jewish pickles. We had the deli. Yeah, the Jewish deli. Those pickles in the big barrel. Those are delicious. Channel 12. Yeah, right. Channel 12. The educational station with Mr. Rogers. Burger Queen? No, I never heard of Burger Queen. I never heard of it. Burger King and Burger Chef? No. UHF Channel 47. Philadelphia, I remember when UHF first came on. It was like the mid-60s. Channel 29, 17, and 48 in Philadelphia. Yeah. I remember when they first came on, my dad, we had a UHF adapter for the set. He had this funny little dial. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Pickles from the Pennsauken Mart. I was voted the most beautiful baby in Pennsauken in 1959. My mom entered me in a contest. We lived in Pennsauken. It was 1958, 59. We lived in Pennsauken, and I was the most beautiful baby in Pennsauken. And then we moved up to Willingboro, and we lived there from 60 to 68. And then we moved down to West Deptford, Woodbury from 68 to 72. So, is Dave back in Arizona with Panda? I presume he probably is. I think his videos are probably a week or two out of date. But at the moment, he is according to the videos, he is in Tonopah, whatever it's called. McDonald's with cheap prices. Oh yeah. A burger would be like 25 cents. whatever. Yeah, Channel 6, WF. There was WPVI. It used to be WFIL. Action News. Dun, 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 dun. Remember Larry Kane? He was and now it's Action News. And then he went to Channel 10. Larry Kane here. There's a big, they always lead with fires, the world is blowing up. There's an asteroid heading for Earth, but the big story tonight, there's a fire in Camden. Grants, JM Fields, Woolworths, Wilco, what else? Oh, God. Corvettes. Anybody remember Corvettes? Oh, yeah. I take my dad. There's a new Beatles album, Dad. Can you drive me to Corvettes? It's $3.99 there. I got it. I can save $1. Crazy Eric's. There was Crazy Eddie's. I remember Crazy Eddie's in New York. Our prices are insane. That's right. Oh, yeah. Tim Conway. I don't remember that. That was when I was a baby. But I was a beautiful baby. Full-blown intro score. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Action News. It's interesting. You can Google at Channel 6 Philadelphia news openers. And, they run for like 2 hours, just all that. And all the different people, they go, Channel 6 Action News and then they list so-and-so, Jim Schmidt and Larry Smith with the weather and Pete Williams with the sports and blah, 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 blah. And then they run with different, they were constantly changing the names. And then we always show you pictures of the cop car going by with the light on and the fires and, yeah. Crazy Eddie's in Pennsauken, yeah. Sam Goody, the record store, those were all over. They had one of those in Philadelphia. I remember one of my birthdays. I was like 11, and I said, just give me $50 and take me to Sam Goody's in Philadelphia, and I'll buy some records. And they did. It was really nice. It was like a big store. A man of the people with low prices. Hijack the truck. Well, get all the junk and we'll just sell it to the people for pennies. Oh, you remember that doggone RV? And yes, I remember that, where you go to a gas station to fill up and they give you like a free thing, like glasses. Oh, yeah. That was in the 70s. My mom had when we moved down to Virginia, we had a whole bunch of Redskins glasses. Every time you filled your car up, you got a Redskins glass at the gas station, the Exxon or the whatever. Oh yeah, and you'd have a whole slew of sports glasses in your car. Tower Records, yeah, they didn't come along. They didn't come to the East Coast till later. Tower Records started out, I think, in the 60s in California, and we didn't get them on the East Coast till the 70s or 80s. The Test Patterns, yeah, and they run, the national anthem. That was back in the day when TV stations actually signed off, right? Hess Oil, they still have Hess stations, right? Do they still? And then you get that truck for Christmas, the tanker truck. I want one of those tanker trucks. The green stamps, yeah. I remember you get the books and you collect all your stamps, and then you go to the redeeming outlet or something, right? S&H green stamps. Now all you get is Essie attitude. Yeah. Citgo. Yeah. Remember Sinclair Oil Company with a big dinosaur? Do they still have those? I think out west they still have Sinclair stations, don't they? I don't know. We used to have Gulf stations in the Northeast. Gulf was all over with that orange logo. And then they closed all the Gulf stations, and then we started getting them back again later. I don't know. You can't say Redskins. That's right. We're now the Washington NFL franchise. Washington. You know what? My friend here thinks that's a good name, and they should keep it. It's generic. We should just be the Washington football team. They should make that the permanent name of the team. Just generic. The Washington football team. Just keep it that. It stands out, right? Golf is now BP. Really? I don't know. I remember there's like, you ever remember like to be a gas station on the corner and like every 2 years it would change brand, be a Sunoco and then it would turn into a Gulf and then it would turn into a Mobil and then it would turn into an Exxon. And it was like, what is that? Every couple months they closed the gas station for a couple of days and put up all new signs and it'd be a whole new brand. And then it would be that way for a couple of years. And then it would be like, well, that used to be the Gulf and that, which was the Exxon, which was the Mobil, which was the, geez. Ether Bunny, they should change it to the Washington Team Football or the WTFs. Yeah, I like that, Janice. The Washington WTFs. And that's the way Dave sees it. Oh. Texaco with TCP. Tomcat P. Yeah, they all had the additives, right? Yeah, it's got TCP in it. Yeah, I loved it. Oh, yeah, and then you could buy a dinosaur logo. You could buy the blow-up dinosaur, big blow-up dinosaur. I remember my grandparents having a big fight. We were driving around New York somewhere. I was driving with my grandparents. I was a little kid in the back seat, and we passed a Sinclair station, and they had a big sign out, Sinclair blow-up dinosaurs, $1.99. And I said, oh, I want one of those. And my grandmother's name is Gwen. My grandfather's name is Horace. Horace, please pull over and buy Dave a dinosaur. And he was like, we're late. I'm not stopping. And I'm like, oh, please stop. And my grandfather was very insistent. We're late. We're going to be late for wherever we were going. And Horace, and my grandmother was so angry at my grandfather the rest of the day. You couldn't have stopped and bought Dave little Davy, a dinosaur. I miss Radio Shack. Yes. Whenever you're like any kind of plug you need, they always had it. Yeah. They just take it in. I need another plug like this. Yeah. That's right. Washington, just a generic, the Washington goof. Just this thing with hair on it. I don't know. Driving your 47 Willys Jeep down with Gulf styrofoam orange balls on my antenna. Blow-up dolls. Right? Dave got into blow-up dolls very early in life. Yes. Camelot Records. What do we have? We had Kemp Mill in Washington. We had Kemp Mill Records, and their ads would be Kemp Mill breaks the record, meaning they break the record on low prices. So they would, Kemp Mill breaks the record on low prices, and they would have, the new, Styx album, $4.99, the new, Manfred Mann album, $3.99. And then they would show an old record player playing an old record, and they have a big mallet would come down and smash the record. Psh, psh, and Kemp Mill breaks the records. It was funny. It was real. They have a guy screaming it. Kemp Mill! Psh, psh, psh. Those are good ads. And then we had a chain called Penguin Feather, and they would buy old houses. They would buy an old house and turn it into a record shop. There was one, they bought an old gas station and turned it into a record shop. They never built their own buildings or went into a mall or anything. They would buy an old building. It was a house. I went to high school in Herndon, and you went downtown. There was this old house, and they put a big Penguin Feather sign and bulldozed the lawn and turned it into a parking lot. And the living room had cassettes, and the dining room had albums, and of course they had the smoke shop in the back where the kitchen used to be. That's pretty wild. The free battery card, yeah. They give you that battery card, yeah, and you'll punch it or something. Yeah, I remember that. I remember going to Kemp. Yeah, they would they'd sell tickets, and most of those shops would have the smoke shop. I think that's where they make most of their money. That's right. Anyway, A.C. Gillespie, taxes and write-offs is why they change every couple years. Owings Mills, Maryland. Owings Mills head shop. Yeah, Owings Mills. Yeah, it's a suburb of Baltimore. I bet Rosie knows about Owings Mills. Anyway, what are we doing here? 10 more minutes. We've really gotten off track today. And yeah, we're tired of talking about the nomads. Head shop, yeah. Put a tiger in your tank. That's right. Good golf. I liked how good it was. They would do good golf. They'd have different grades. This is good golf. It's good. Big Bill Hell? I never heard of Big Bill Hell. Big Bill Hell. Esso. Yeah, remember they turned all the Essos into Exxons. I still think they have Essos in Canada, don't they? Esso Extra. Put den tiger in den tank. I remember that. They used to have, like, the VWs would have that little, like, German. Bosco. Yeah, I remember Bosco, right? I don't know. I'll have to do that. Big Bill Hell's commercials on YouTube, right? Wow. Big Bill Hell. They used to have in Philadelphia Sonny Stein, hole in the head prices. And they would show a picture of Sonny Stein, and he had this big, like, circle in his head. Sonny Stein's hole in the head prices. Anyway. Jeez. Anyway, so how's everybody doing today? I want to thank Brad Kozlowski. I want to thank Rockford. I want to thank Brenda Stewart. I want to thank Ben Life Rocks, Ether Bunny, Brian Rutherford, DNS Tube Audio for your kind shows of supports. The shirt works. Doc Sitter said, Dave, you need to wear that shirt. You need to wear the shirt. Who shot you out? May this is ground control to Major Tom. We're heading, we want to know who shot you out. Any difference? That's a good song. I was like Bowie. Oh, I got to show you something. I got David Bowie over here. David Bowie. My friend Michael sent me this. I think this is an original David Bowie autograph. It has a little stamp on the back. It says it's original. See that little thing? Look at that. That's, I think, David Bowie autograph. I can't tell, but I don't know. Isn't that cool? And then he sent me this. Look at that. That's Emma Peel, Diana Rigg. That's allegedly, according to that, it's got another little thing on the back. Emma Peel, Diana Rigg. Pretty cool, huh? Thank you, Van City Adventure. Van City Adventure. Thank you for your stickers. I really like them. Is that the dog one? That was really cute. I put that up on the sticker wall over there. Canadian. Ooh, some Canadian money. I love those plastic dollar bills. Have you seen the David Bowie cake? No, I have not. James Way. James Way was a store, right? I remember James Way. I used to say J.M. Fields. That was a cool store. They had J.M. Fields. We had those in the Philadelphia area. Yes, Tasha the Pug. That's right. I got the sticker. I don't want to move this laptop over, but yeah, it's such a cute dog. It is adorable. Dave, if you come out to the RTR, I've got a guest room and I can live alone. I live alone. Gilbert in Arizona. I'll write that down. Gilbert. John Sweet says, Gilbert, Arizona. John Sweet. John, here's what you do. Email me, camodave@gmx.com, some of the deets, maybe a phone number or something, and we can talk. It's not out of the question. If, the pandemic is okay and I can get a flight to Phoenix or something, I don't know, rent a car. I might do it. It's not out of the question. Mutual of Omaha. What was that guy's name? Yeah. Marlon Perkins or something, wasn't it? Jim is now, and now we can see Jim, and he's opening the alligator's mouth. Uh-oh, the alligator just bit off Jim's head. No dollar bills in Canada, just a dollar and dollar coins, loony and the twoony. I do have some old Canadian bills, though. Somebody sent me those a while back. The Anaconda videos. Yes, John must send airfare, rental car. Well, I can raise it. I'll raise the money. Jim finally retired. Oh, thank goodness he didn't get eaten. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway. Good old television, huh? A pocket full of change. I think, here in America, we need to get rid of the pennies. Those are stupid. Just round it up. Round it up. Whatever the price is, if it's $1.29, round it up to $1.30, okay? Or round it, whatever. Just round it up to the next 5 or the next 10. Get rid of nickels too. Get rid of nickels. Get rid of dimes. Round it up to the next quarter. If it's $1.32, round it up to $1.50. So what? Who wants to handle pennies and nickels and dimes? They're stupid. It's time we got rid of that, Yeah, I agree. Have dollars. We have a store here. I guess ever since there's a little corner market here and it says, we don't give change. That's what they say on their door. We don't give change. So if you go in and spend cash, you either have to have exact change, or if you do pay over, they're not going to give you change. So, or use your credit card and then you pay what you pay. So they just say that. So if you buy something in there for $18.17 and you give them a 20, they keep the 20. Which I really don't have a problem with that. Or just use a card, Give your pennies and nickels to Dave. Strippers would have to get $5 bills. Yeah. Yeah. What are they? It's kind of clunky having to give them coins. Yeah, John, camodave@gmx.com. Just send me some deets and maybe, I don't know. I'm going to have some list of some contacts in the Phoenix area. I know some other folks in the Phoenix area. I could fly into Phoenix, and then some people have some RVs. I could rent a car, go over to Quartzsite for a day or two. I don't know. It's certainly something I'm thinking about. AOC will get rid of money. See, there's another reason to vote for her. They jingle and jangle. Well, that's nice, Elle. You're walking down the streets of Vancouver and it's jingling and jangling, right? Line screw must like nice line. Does line screw jingle and jangle a lot? Yeah, I don't know, John Hinckley Jr. How are you doing, man? Do you know that was an interesting story when John Hinckley shot Reagan, and all that crap? He was put in a mental hospital. I think it was St. Elizabeth's. His parents, I think, moved from Denver to Northern Virginia so they could be closer to him. And they moved to our neighborhood. We were living in Reston, Virginia at the time. And there was a house at the very end of this cul-de-sac that everybody whispered, that's where John Hinckley's parents are living at the time, and everybody knew it, but everybody was don't tell anybody, but that's where his parents are living because they could go into Washington and visit him. It's kind of weird. Gringo. Yeah, I don't know. Betty Smith, you got to, GoFundMe's very careful with scammy things because a lot of people try to do weird scammy things on their platform there. I don't know. I think if they suspect anybody is doing something funky, they shut you down. One of the bars I go to only accepts cash, and then they have an ATM in there. Yeah, I do that. When I go get a pizza, large pizza is like $12 and change, and I'll either put it on my card, which is that's the best way to do it, or the other thing is I have a 10 and a 5. I don't carry ones. I try not to. I don't just give them 15 and say keep the rest as the tip. Restaurants okay. Just make it the tip. If it's $15, give them a 20. Keep the tip. We're strippers. All right, everybody. It is 1 minute to 11 o'clock here on the East Coast of the United States of America. So anyway, I voted this past week. If you have early voting in your area, go vote. Get that out of the way, all right? So I did it, and I'm glad I did it. I had to wait about half an hour to get into the polling place, but I'm glad I got it done. It's interesting. They say that like almost 50% of North Carolina's registered voters have already voted. So anyway, vote early and vote often. Yeah. I always said, what if I did that? What if I got back in line again? You know, and then, oh, but sir, you've already voted. No, I didn't. Good for you, Jen. Yeah. My philosophy is if you don't vote, you don't have a right to complain. That's all I say. You know, if you take the time to vote, then that gives you the right to bitch and complain for the next 4 years. Okay. You like the guy you voted for, you like the guy that you didn't vote for gets in there. You have every right to bitch and complain, but you did take the time to do your duty, your constitutional duty, and vote. And if you didn't vote, then don't complain. Okay. If you don't go to vote, don't say, oh, I don't like who won. You have no right to complain. That's how I see it. Then that's how I see it. Good. Yeah. Send your ballot in, get it confirmed. Good. That's right. Lou Scunt. Oh, is that really Lou? Is Lou there? Hi, Lou. How are you doing, Lou? Look, there's Lou. We miss you, Lou. We miss our good buddy, Lou. You got to start doing videos again, Lou. You got to do some chat. We miss you, Lou. Hugs. Oh, hugs. I miss little Lou. How's little Lou doing? Wow, it's nice to see you, Lou. Is everything all right? Everybody's asking about you. Gee, we haven't seen Lou in months and months and months. That's right, no fear to trek. Yeah, we miss Lou. I miss Lou. Lou and I, we got along real well. Then we didn't get along real well. But I miss Lou. Lou was fun, and we enjoyed his chats. Well, you take care. Give me a call someday, Lou, or send me an email or something. We'll chat. I'd like to find out what's going on with you, Lou. My doxinator always said, oh, Dave, what happened to Lou? George Soros check. Different ballots and different names, right? They're already pre-filled in with different names. All you got to do is... And they're already voting. All the Democrats are checked. You just have to sign it and send it in, right? It's already done. I saved thousands on car insurance last year. I canceled it. Love and hugs, Lou. Wow. Yeah, we missed you, Lou. It was cool. That parody you did on the carpetbagger, I'll never forget it. Carpetbagger and his jobby poo there, remember? And you're working in the office and he's doing the typewriting and people are calling him from YouTube and blah, 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 blah. That was sheer genius. Yeah, that was like, is that still up? I'd love to watch that again. If you got it still up, send me a link to it because that was the funniest thing you ever did. It was so hilarious. I do. I watch Steve Wallace all the time. I don't talk about it. I gotta start moving into some of these other channels. I do get a little lazy and talk about the same people over and over again. We need to be putting more people in. Steve Wallace is a wonderful channel. I got to start moving into some new people and stuff like that. Got to do it. We'll do it. Big changes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, thank you to Brad, Rockford, Brenda, Van Life Rocks, You Rock. I'm looking forward to the shout-out video later. Ether Bunny, Mr. Bubba, Brian Rutherford, DNS Tube Audio, and Van City Adventures. Thank you all for your kind donations. Wasn't that a classic? Yeah. Lou's Carpetbagger. Lou and I go way back. I remember back when he was Howie. Then he changed over to Lou. Oh, we go way back. Yeah. The angry crab. They keep your change. All right. Oh, you're off to bed. Okay. I feel like going back to bed myself. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Get your adult beverages ready, and we'll get ready for the Svengoolie show. Let me see what the Svengoolie movie is tonight. See if it's anything good. Svengoolie movie tonight is... See if I'll let you know if it's anything good. So on Me TV at 8 o'clock Eastern, Mighty Joe Young. A King Kong-y type movie. I'm not really into those. Yes, I still have some loose stickers. Yeah, Lou sent me a whole pile of them. I still have a few. Thank you, Bounder Backroads. Thank you, Doxanada. All right, everybody. Thank you, Sarah Cox. You all have thank you to Doggone RVing for your call and all that. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I'll chat with you later. Blog. Oh. I'm hitting the wrong button here. They keep moving buttons around on this thing. Okay, there's the end button. Okay, try it again. I'm about to leave the building. Elvis has left the building. Camo Dave has left the building.